Remove the panel. Remove the rivets.
The steps needed to access the other side are the same as this side.
Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener. Lift the panel to remove it. Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
Two fasteners. There is one missing on this vehicle, but there should be two fasteners down here. There should be one right there.
Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener.
Now that we have the bolts and fasteners out in the wheel well, we're going to come to the outside and we're going to remove this trim piece. You probably want to start at the bottom here, just kind of grab, wiggle, and pull. And we basically want to remove it kind of up to where the bumper connects here. And then we can kind of just leave it at that point. Now that we have the trim piece kind of pulled back, we're going to locate kind of where the bumper connects, come back here into the wheel well and pull the wheel well lining back. And then if we come kind of in here, there's two bolts. They're kind of facing downward, so the head of the bolt is kind of on the top here.
Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise. Remove the rivets. Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener. Remove the trim. Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
Now that we have all the bolts and fasteners off kind of on the top and in the wheel well, we're going to come and basically underneath the car, all kind of along the front, there's a bunch of bolts that we're going to need to remove here.
Remove the bolts underneath the vehicle. Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
So now that we have all the bolts and fasteners out that secure the bumper, we're going to come to one side or the other here and locate where the bumper connects kind of on the side. And we want to kind of pull down and then out. So kind of pull down and then out. You can see this is already basically just kind of hanging off here. So we're going to go do the same thing now on the opposite side. Now that we have the side kind of disengaged, we're going to come and we should be able to remove the bumper now. Now, I want to point out here on the top, there's a couple clips kind of up here that kind of hold this on, as well as there's a couple clips and they may still be connected. There's kind of this little section that's almost attached to the housing here on each side. So don't just grab and pull this. You want to make sure that these clips are disengaged here, otherwise this won't come off. You can see once you kind of disengage those clips, this thing just wants to kind of fall down here. Now, we were able to get the bumper off and kind of set it on the ground here. Now, There are some connectors. There's one that kind of comes up and attaches right here. It's an electrical connector. And then there's one that kind of comes up and connects over here as well. Now, there's also a hose for the washer fluid that kind of connects to the bumper here. Now, if you want to completely remove the bumper, you're going to have to disconnect all this stuff. But we're actually just going to leave it connected now, because if you do remove this washer fluid hose here, it's just going to drip and drain like everywhere. So if you do need to remove this, you're going to need to get something to kind of plug this hose up so that the washer fluid just isn't leaking out. Now we're going to bring the bumper back up. Now, if you did disconnect any of the connectors or hoses or anything, you'll want to reconnect those at this time. Again, we didn't really do that because of the washer hose. We didn't really want it spilling out all over the place. So for us, we're just going to lift this back up into place. Now, what I would do is just kind of get this kind of back up here. And then what you're looking for is it's a good idea to just kind of line up this top part because of those clips. And once you kind of get it up and get those top clips kind of engaged, it should kind of hold it there for you. That'll allow you to kind of put the bolts and stuff back in. Now that we have the bumper back up into position, we want to come to one side or the other and kind of push this section back in. Again, it kind of just goes up into the bumper here. So really, we're just kind of lining this up. And then you just kind of want to push it kind of in there like that. Now, there will still be kind of a little gap here. That'll kind of cinch up when we put those bolts in. So we can just kind of leave that and then go do the same thing here on the opposite side. Now that we have the bumper all positioned, we're going to come into the wheel well here and we're going to replace those two bolts that kind of secure the bumper here. I would recommend kind of hand tightening these a little bit before you reattach them.
Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise.
Now that we have the bumper kind of secured, we're going to come and replace the trim. There are kind of just basically some tabs here that you got to line up, but they should kind of already be pretty lined up. But basically, we're just kind of popping this guy back in here.
Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise. Replace the rivets. Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise. Replace the trim. Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise.
We're going to come down here and replace those two fasteners. Again, one of them was missing.
Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place. Replace the bolts underneath the vehicle. Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise.
Make sure the assembly is tight and secure. Replace the remaining bolts.
Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise. Align the panel with the body before securing it to the vehicle. It's important to make sure it's set properly, otherwise it won't attach correctly. Replace the rivets. Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place.
Make sure the assembly is tight and secure.